Sisters, I had to come back to you today because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm not going to have the time in the next 9 days to probably put out videos unless it's something really, really important. But I did want to share what I was given this morning because it seemed really important, and I'm sorry to have to follow that beautiful video I've just made, that loving video from the Father and from Jesus, with something that's serious again. But I must be true to the Lord and only show what He has given me. And sometimes He gives me wonderful blessing videos, and other times they're more like warning videos. So this one was another warning video, and it's regarding the goat of Daniel again. Now, brothers and sisters, I do not spend my time thinking about this goat of Daniel. I have shared what I have seen over a period of about 4 months. He's brought it up several times. And I don't think about it between videos particularly much unless he brings it to mind. So I haven't thought about the goat of Daniel for several weeks. But again, he's given me another picture. This time it's the first vision I've had of the goat. The rest have always been words. So what I saw was a young goat this time, and it was white, and that's why I'm showing you this picture. Now, I don't think it was as young as this one. I would say the goat was probably about 4 months old, but I knew it was a young goat. And this goat was all white, but the odd thing about it was that it had black markings on it. And these markings were symbols. And the symbols were on its forehead and on its body, and may have even been on its legs. They were scattered about the goat. The vision was fairly short, so I didn't have time to individually look at each symbol, but I felt it wasn't good. So all I could do, brothers and sisters, was do a quick sketch to give you a concept of what I saw. So if you can just remember when you look at my sketch that the goat was white and the markings on the goat were black. And the only symbol I had a good look at was the one that was on the forehead. And the satanic symbols of the goat head often have the eye, is it the eye of Horus? I might be right. And also they may have the 5-pointed star. It wasn't either of these. It was a different symbol, and I don't know what it means. I'm not sure if I've got the shape exactly right, brothers and sisters, but I have tried to remember what I saw. So here goes. I'm going to show you my picture. Okay, so here it is, everyone. I don't think it was quite the position I saw the goat from. I know I saw the face straight on, and the body was probably more at an angle than that. But as you can see, I've just drawn some little squiggles in different areas of the body to show you how the goat was marked. There were probably another 5 or 6 symbols on the body, and then the symbol on the forehead. Now, it was something like this one on the right, I believe. I remember the curved shapes, the long, straight, up and down aspect of it. And I think it had sort of like that line that comes from the centre there going across, but I'm not 100% on that. So brothers and sisters, I know it's not very accurate, but it was something like that figure on the right, or like what you can see on the forehead. Anyway, the other thing I did was I looked up 205 in Strong's, because I did get woken up on that at that time, and it means in Hebrew Avon. And the meaning of it is this: wickedness, trouble, sorrow, distress, evil and harm. So I think that gut feeling that I had when I got the vision was that this was not a good thing. And I believe it is possibly and most probably linked to the warnings he has given us in the last 4 months about the coming of the goat of Daniel. So everyone, you can see why I felt I needed to bring this to you, because he's just bringing this up again and again. And just before I finish, I just wanted to bring to you also that just before I got up in the morning, I was lying in bed and I heard these words: the Chaldean trench, a piece has broken off. And when I heard that, I thought of the trenches deep in the ocean. And I thought possibly there'd been a landslide and maybe we were going to get a tsunami. That was the first thought I had. So, but brothers and sisters, I didn't know what the Chaldean trench was, so I had to look it up. And on searching the internet, I found that this was an actual trench from the ancient Babylonia days, which is now Iraq and possibly some of Iran. And there has been an archaeological dig in these areas that was ancient Babylon, and there were tablets found there, and these tablets were amazing in that they told the story of Genesis, of the flood, and more. And brothers and sisters, I'll show you the article I found online about this. So this is an account of the archaeological findings found in this Chaldean trench, and they supported the accounts of Genesis, and these were historical tablets that were found with writings on them from the Babylonian days. So brothers and sisters, quite an amazing thing that the Lord has spoken to me about. And I'm not sure what he's saying with this piece that has broken off this Chaldean trench. Has there been a slip in this trench? And will more artifacts of significance be found? I don't know, but I'm sharing this with you because I think it's amazing that he has spoken of this. And we just have to watch and wait and see. But he speaks of these things for a reason, so I'm happy to log it with you now. And if anyone comes up with anything, please share it. I'd be delighted to hear more about it. I'll just show you another couple of pages from this account. So this is just a bit of a snapshot. You guys can have a look at it yourselves. You can freeze this image and have a bit of a read so that you get an idea of what's happening there. I'll show you one more page. There you are, brothers and sisters, just another little snapshot of what's held in this particular excerpt that I found online, and there's probably more. I will probably spend more time doing more research in the future days. And just to finish off with, I did find this image of like the satanic goat head. I don't like to dwell on these things at all, but you can see the number of symbols around that goat head, and even the one that's at the 12 o'clock position is a little bit like what I saw. Because I saw it so quickly, brothers and sisters, I could not remember which way the curvatures formed, whether it was off to the left or to the right. But you can see it's a long straight thing with a curvature at the top and the cross shape that goes 90 degrees to the downward stroke. So there is a possibility it may have been that one. I don't know anything about this. I don't really want to look into it, but I felt the symbols on the goat were evil, and that quite possibly they were some of these ones that are here in this image, but I cannot 100% tell you that. So, brothers and sisters, I don't like to finish with this sort of image, so let's change it. As I say goodbye, I would much rather focus on something like this, which is our blessed hope, the hope that we will soon be joining Christ in the heavens, that will be swooped up as the bride to Christ in the heavens. So keep running towards the goalposts, brothers and sisters. Not long to go. Keep fit, be strong, wear your armour. Praise God, and let's talk again soon. Bye for now.